ATI TEAS 7 Math Practice Test. Question 1. During a task at the simulation laboratory, a nursing student is organizing practice syringes. The record shows 24 items from one delivery and 8 from another. How many items are listed altogether? Option A 192, Option B 16, Option C 32, Option D 42. The correct answer is Option C 32. Addition combines separate quantities that belong to the same total. Align the place values and add each column, regrouping when a column reaches 10. A reasonable check is that the total must be greater than either delivery by itself. For the nursing student's record at the simulation laboratory, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for practice syringes. Question 2. At the campus bookstore, a nursing student reviews quantities involving study packets, with the counting stage. The proportion 3/6 equals 9/x models the situation. Which value makes the proportion true? Option A 54, Option B 4.5, Option C 18.0, Option D 19. The correct answer is Option C 18.0. Cross minus multiply to create an equation and divide by the coefficient attached to the unknown. A proportion states that two ratios are equal. Substituting the result back into both ratios should produce matching values. For the nursing student's record at the campus bookstore, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for study packets. Question 3. A planning sheet from the community health fair lists information about sample containers, with the nursing student handling the measuring stage. A square has an area of 25 square units. What is the length of one side? Option A 5 units, Option B 25 units, Option C 10 units, Option D 7 units. The correct answer is Option A 5 units. The side length of a square is the square root of its area. A linear unit is required for side length, whereas the given area uses square units. Use the inverse of squaring because the area formula multiplies the side length by itself. For the nursing student's record at the community health fair, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for sample containers. Stressed about your GED? We can take GED for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done. Question 4. While working in the Student Resource Center, a nursing student must calculate a value for appointment cards, with the comparing stage. In which quadrant is the point, -5, 5, located? Option A quadrant 4, Option B quadrant I, Option C quadrant 3, Option D quadrant 2. The correct answer is Option D, quadrant 2. Read the horizontal sign first and the vertical sign second to locate the point. Points on an axis are not assigned to a quadrant, but both coordinates here are non-zero. Quadrants are determined by the signs of the x minus and y minus coordinates. For the nursing student's record at the Student Resource Center, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for appointment cards. Question 5. The clinic supply room uses a record to track boxes of gloves, with the nursing student handling the packing stage. A right triangle has legs of 6 units and 8 units. What is the hypotenuse? Option A 2 units, Option B 10 units, Option C 14 units, Option D 48 units. The correct answer is Option B, 10 units. Adding the side lengths directly does not account for the right minus angle geometry. The Pythagorean theorem relates the two legs of a right triangle to its hypotenuse. Square both legs, add the squares, and take the square root of the sum. For the nursing student's record at the clinic supply room, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for boxes of gloves. Question 6. For a project in the Nursing Skills Workshop, a nursing student is tracking nutrition labels. An event occurred 10 times in 45 trials. What is the experimental probability of the event? Option A 2/9, Option B 7/9, Option C 2/7, Option D 4.5. The correct answer is Option A 2/9. Increasing the number of trials generally makes the experimental rate more stable. Divide the number of recorded successes by the total number of trials and simplify. Experimental probability is based on observed results rather than a theoretical model. For the nursing student's record at the Nursing Skills Workshop, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for nutrition labels. Question 7. A report prepared at the public library summarizes data about measuring cups, with the nursing student handling the labeling stage. How much simple interest is earned on $500 at 3% per year for 2 years? Option A, $530.45. Option B, $7.50. Option C, $500.06. Option D, $30. The correct answer is option D, $30. Simple interest uses the original principal for every time period. Multiply principal, annual rate written as a decimal, and time in years. Compounding would repeatedly change the balance and is not part of the simple minus interest model. For the nursing student's record at the public library, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for measuring cups. Question 8. Before an activity at the college cafeteria, a nursing student checks the amount of training manuals, with the counting stage. A quantity changes from 85 to 125. What is the percent increase? Round to the nearest tenth if needed? Option A, 147.1%. Option B, 47.1%. Option C, 40%. Option D, 32%. The correct answer is option B, 47.1%. Find the numerical difference, divide that change by the original value, and convert the decimal to a percent. Percent change uses the original quantity as the comparison base. Dividing by the new value would answer a different comparison and can noticeably alter the rate. For the nursing student's record at the college cafeteria, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for training manuals. Are you looking for Get Actual questions? Visit our website pokerexams.com to access Get Study Guide with actual questions and answers. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get answer key today. Question 9. The nursing student at the neighborhood garden is responsible for measuring water bottles. Which scientific minus notation expression represents 160,000? Option A, 1.6 times 10 to the power of 4th. Option B, 16 times 10 to the power of 5th. Option C, a 0.16 times 10 to the power of 4th. Option D, 1.6 times 10 to the power of 5th. The correct answer is option D, 1.6 times 10 to the power of 5th. Scientific notation uses a coefficient from 1 up to, but not including, 10 multiplied by a power of 10. A value greater than 1 produces a positive exponent when the decimal moves left. Move the decimal until one non-zero digit remains to its left and count the places moved to determine the exponent. For the nursing student's record at the neighborhood garden, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for water bottles. Question 10. A worksheet used in the fitness center contains measurements for first-aid kits, with the nursing student handling the comparing stage. A relationship has slope 4 and y-intercept 4. Which equation represents the line? Option A, y equals 4x plus 4. Option B, y equals 4x minus 4. Option C, x equals 4y plus 4. Option D, y equals 4x plus 4 plus 1. The correct answer is option A, y equals 4x plus 4. Use the given slope as the coefficient of x and the vertical intercept as the added or subtracted term. Switching the two values changes both the steepness and the point where the line crosses the vertical axis. Slope minus intercept form places the rate of change with the input variable and the starting value as a constant. For the nursing student's record at the fitness center, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for first-aid kits. Question 11. As part of a routine check at the mobile screening unit, a nursing student examines bus passes, with the distributing stage. A triangular fabric piece has base 10 centimeters and height 4 centimeters. What is its area? Option A, 28 square centimeters. Option B, 14 square centimeters. Option C, 20 square centimeters. Option D, 40 square centimeters. The correct answer is option C, 20 square centimeters. Perimeter methods do not measure the amount of surface inside the triangle. Triangle area is half the product of base and perpendicular height. Multiply the two perpendicular dimensions and divide by 2. For the nursing student's record at the mobile screening unit, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for bus passes. Question 12. A supply request from the training classroom includes several entries for poster boards, with the nursing student handling the tracking stage. A circle graph assigns 20% to training, 25% to supplies, 30% to travel, and 25% to outreach. If the total is 160, how many belong to travel? Option A, 5. Option B, 30. Option C, 130. Option D, 48. The correct answer is option D, 48. Using the percentage number as a count ignores the size of the whole represented by the chart. Convert the sector percentage to a decimal and multiply by the full amount. A circle minus graph sector represents its stated percentage of the entire total. For the nursing student's record at the training classroom, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for poster boards. Question 13. The pharmacy inventory room is preparing for an event that uses lab trays, with the nursing student handling the labeling stage. A budget of $140 has $45 already spent. How much remains? Option A, $185. Option B, $45. Option C, $95. Option D, $85. The correct answer is option C, $95. Remaining funds are found by subtracting expenses from the starting budget. Align the decimal points and subtract the amount spent from the available amount. The remainder should be non-negative and smaller than the original budget. For the nursing student's record at the pharmacy inventory room, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for lab trays. Question 14. A nursing student creates a calculation for storage bins at the bus scheduling office, with the ordering stage. A recorded amount of 7.6 units is reduced by 2.1 units. What amount remains? Option A, 5.5. Option B, 9.7. Option C, 4.6. Option D, 55. The correct answer is option A, 5.5. Write the values with decimal points aligned, add trailing zeros if helpful, and subtract by column. Decimal subtraction requires the same place minus value alignment used for addition. The difference should be smaller than the original amount because a positive quantity was removed. For the nursing student's record at the bus scheduling office, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for storage bins. Question 15. Information collected in the community kitchen describes how classroom chairs are being used, with the nursing student handling the measuring stage. Convert 4,000 milliliters to liters. Which measurement is equivalent? Option A, 4 liters. Option B, 0.4 liters. Option C, 4 million liters. Option D, 1,004 liters. The correct answer is option A, 4 liters. Moving from a smaller metric unit to a larger one reduces the numerical value. The unit labels provide a useful magnitude check because the same physical quantity is being expressed differently. Divide by the number of smaller units contained in one larger unit. For the nursing student's record at the community kitchen, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for classroom chairs. Question 16. A schedule at the medical records office includes a numerical condition involving survey forms, with the nursing student handling the packing stage. Solve 3x plus 11 equals 17. Option A, hex equals 13. Option B, hex equals 6. Option C, hex equals 5.7. Option D, hex equals 2. The correct answer is option D, x equals 2. Remove the constant term first and then divide by the coefficient. Applying identical operations to both sides maintains equality throughout the process. A 2- step equation is undone in reverse order from the operations applied to the variable. For the nursing student's record at the medical records office, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for survey forms. Question 17. The nursing student compares two records about workbooks in the science laboratory, with the distributing stage. A circular display has a radius of 7 centimeters. Using 3.14 for pi, what is its circumference? Option A, 153.86 centimeters. Option B, 21.98 centimeters. Option C, 43.96 centimeters. Option D, 98 centimeters. The correct answer is option C, 43.96 centimeters. Squaring the radius belongs to the area formula and would produce square units. Circumference measures the distance around a circle. Multiply pi by the diameter, or double the radius before multiplying by pi. For the nursing student's record at the science laboratory, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for workbooks. Question 18. A quality check in the Career Center requires a calculation involving name badges, with the nursing student handling the tracking stage. A bar graph records values of 13, 23, 11, and 21 for 4 categories. How much greater is the fourth bar than the third? Option A, 32. Option B, 10. Option C, 21. Option D, 11. The correct answer is option B, 10. Adding the bars gives a combined total rather than the requested difference. Subtract the smaller displayed value from the larger displayed value. A comparison between two bar heights is found by subtraction. For the nursing student's record at the Career Center, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for name badges. Stressed about your GED? We can take GED for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done. Question 19. The volunteer clinic has set a target related to digital thermometers, with the nursing student handling the labeling stage. A session runs from 8:28 to 9:58. How many minutes does it last? Option A, 60 minutes. Option B, 90 minutes. Option C, 150 minutes. Option D, 1,106 minutes. The correct answer is option B, 90 minutes. Elapsed time is the difference between the ending and starting clock times. Convert both times to minutes from a common reference point and subtract. Counting only the minute digits can miss a change in the hour. For the nursing student's record at the volunteer clinic, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for digital thermometers. Question 20. A nursing student uses a table to monitor supply cartons at the campus mailroom, with the ordering stage. Which value is produced by 140 plus 15 divided by 5? Option A, 36. Option B, 32. Option C, 31. Option D, 143. The correct answer is option C, 31. Treating only the second addend as the dividend would ignore the purpose of the parentheses. Combine the quantities inside the grouping symbols and then divide the resulting sum. Parentheses direct the enclosed addition to be completed before division. For the nursing student's record at the campus mailroom, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for supply cartons. Question 21. An activity log from the health education booth contains values for meal portions, with the nursing student handling the scheduling stage. If 20 units are finished evenly during 4 hours, how many units are completed each hour? Option A, 16 units per hour. Option B, 5 units per hour. Option C, 0.2 units per hour. Option D, 80 units per hour. The correct answer is option B, 5 units per hour. A rate compares quantities measured in different units. Multiplication would describe a larger total rather than the amount completed during a single hour. Divide the total number of units by the elapsed time so the denominator becomes 1 hour. For the nursing student's record at the health education booth, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for meal portions. Question 22. The nursing student is revising a plan for index cards in the school auditorium, with the packing stage. Evaluate -14 divided by 2? Option A, -12. Option B, -7. Option C, 7. Option D, -6. The correct answer is option B, -7. Divide the magnitudes and assign a positive sign for matching signs or a negative sign for unlike signs. Multiplying the quotient by the divisor should recover the dividend. Integer division follows the same sign rule as integer multiplication. For the nursing student's record at the school auditorium, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for index cards. Question 23. A short report from the Home Improvement Project presents a mathematical problem involving folders, with the nursing student handling the distributing stage. A rectangular work area is 15 feet long and 7 feet wide. What is its perimeter? Option A, 44 feet. Option B, 22 feet. Option C, 37 feet. Option D, 105 feet. The correct answer is option A, 44 feet. Multiplying the dimensions calculates area instead of boundary length. Perimeter measures the total distance around a figure. Add both lengths and both widths, or double the sum of one length and one width. For the nursing student's record at the Home Improvement Project, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for folders. Question 24. The apartment laundry room must adjust its plan for tickets, with the nursing student handling the tracking stage. A scale drawing uses 1 inch. To represent 7 feet, a length measures 6 inches. On the drawing, what is the actual length? Option A, 13 feet. Option B, 504 feet. Option C, 0.9 feet. Option D, 42 feet. The correct answer is option D, 42 feet. Dividing would be appropriate when converting an actual length back to the smaller drawing. Multiply the drawing measurement by the actual amount represented by each drawing unit. A scale drawing creates a proportional relationship between drawing length and actual length. For the nursing student's record at the apartment laundry room, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for tickets. Question 25. A calculation is needed before exercise bands can be prepared at the farmer's market, with the nursing student handling the labeling stage. Estimate 52 plus 77 plus 29 by rounding each addend to the nearest 10. Option A 160. Option B 158. Option C 200. Option D 130. The correct answer is option A 160. Estimation simplifies the addends before calculation to obtain a nearby, reasonable total. Round each value to the requested place and add the rounded numbers. The estimate should be close to the exact total but is not expected to match it in every case. For the nursing student's record at the farmer's market, the final selection should preserve the stated unit or mathematical form for exercise bands.